Hello guys, it's Gareth Martin here, and thank you for joining me on day one of the 100 Idea 100 Day Challenge. So today's one for me is super important, and I think it's one that we don't actually give enough time and think about it enough. And for me, that is how you respond to a situation. So every single day we are given opportunities in terms of interactions with people, and the opportunity is how you react to that interaction. Okay, it can be like a nice interaction that you can have with somebody, and it can also be an interaction where there's a little bit of sort of feistiness maybe going on. So in the feistiness side of things, it might be an example of you receive an email from a colleague, and this colleague sends an email that doesn't have a nice tone, okay, and it sort of ruffles your feathers and gets your back up a little bit. Now, often what happens is we get caught up in this and we respond with this sort of maybe more aggressive tone or the same sort of nasty tone, and that is a choice that you make. Now, that's probably not the right choice to make, because you can diffuse the situation by responding differently. And you can respond kindly on the email, or you can pick up the phone and you can speak to the person, or you can go over and you can walk to them and talk to them, right? And immediately, as soon as you do that, it diffuses the situation, okay? You have this happen so many times. You can be involved in a meeting in the office and someone says something which really gets your back up, and you have a choice. Once again, you can go down that path and you can attack them and grapple with this situation, or whatever it is, this disagreement that you have, and it almost won't go anywhere because you're both sort of at loggerheads and both your egos are kind of working against each other. Or what you can do, which is always important, is you can take the higher ground and you can respond to a situation much more graciously, with much more integrity. Okay, there's other situations as well. So it could be in your personal life, you and your partner, or you and your kids. There could be some sort of altercation where somebody is like upset, or they basically, they're a bit fired up, or whatever the story is, and they respond to you in a certain way. Right now, once again, you have the opportunity to respond with calmness, or what most people I think do is we like to fight fire with fire. So we respond again, like back how they did, with a bit of aggression. And that's, to me, not the right way to do it, because you don't end up getting anywhere if you fight fire with fire. So it's super important, and have a think about it today. You might be on the tube or traveling somewhere, depending on where you are in the world, and someone bumps into you or something like that. Now, you have the opportunity to respond and like give them a death stare, or bump them back or something, or just think to yourself, okay, maybe they weren't thinking, or something like that. And that also just calms you down a little bit. I know it's super hard, and in a lot of these situations it's super hard to take the higher ground, but I almost promise that every single time it's better to take the higher ground, because you can diffuse situations so easily. So it's really important to remember that your response to any situation, any interaction, decides the next steps. So try and practice that, or just be conscious of when these situations present themselves to you and how you do respond to it. You might just have a thought in your head or something like that, so try and control those thoughts. Use this as a challenge for yourself, because ultimately, if you can respond to situations in a better way than maybe someone is coming at you, it will always make you feel better in the long run, although the challenge is in the short term to sort of calm things down in terms of how you respond to that particular situation and that particular person. So, and also the other thing to remember about responding is that sometimes you don't need to respond. Okay, so someone might say something and it really gets your back up. Now, these are difficult moments not to respond, but it's important to remember to maybe sometimes take a step back have a moment and go, okay, this is how I'm going to respond, or you know what, I'm not going to respond at all because it's really not worth it at the end of the day. So try that out. It is a challenge. I try personally work on it all the time, and I'm really conscious of how I respond to situations, because I know that in the past I was like quite a hothead, and I could really sort of just add fuel to the fire when I responded to situations. But now I think I'm a little bit older and wiser and calmer, and I respond a hell of a lot differently, and I just find that it works so much better. Even if you feel like the other person is in the wrong, it doesn't really matter. How you respond to the situation determines the next steps. So please remember that one, try it out. Let me know how you get on, or if you have any of these sort of opportunities that present themselves in your day, and I'll be excited to hear how you responded to that situation. Cheers, Gareth.